Okay, here we are. We've got Orlando Pirates versus that team from Madagascar. Disciples FC, aka Kaizer Nationale de Prévoyance Sociale Sport. A team coming from Madagascar and who are hoping to get through to the preliminary rounds, out of these preliminary rounds into the secondary preliminary rounds where they'll be able to maybe make it into the Champions League. It's a very interesting game, this is, because the first leg was 0-0. I'm watching it, guys, I'm watching it on Facebook, Facebook Live, SABC Sports' channel, but also you can watch on SABC Plus as well, and you'll be able to follow along with this game. We finally have some visuals, Facebook coming through for us again, but this time from Orlando Stadium, Escotini Samaminzela. Yeah? Okay, guys, so I don't have the other teams starting lineups, but I do have Pirates. Pirates has Chain in goal. They have Ndase Sane and Monyane. They have Hotombata Dlamini, Saleng, Maswanganyi, jersey number 10. That's just number 10. And they have Fukeng and Mabasa as the team that is on the pitch right now, a very attacking team. They're looking to play in a pretty much in a back three, sort of. Mbata is going to have a lot of defensive responsibilities in this game. So we'll see how they hold out in the last 5 games. Pirates has drawn 2, won 2, and lost 1. Their last game obviously being the draw versus Disciples, and a 3-1 win versus Supersport before that on the 3rd of August. Then, of course, Disciples has had 1 draw, 1 loss, and 3 wins in their last 5 games, with their last game being a 0-0 draw versus Pirates. But then, on the 30th of June, they played El Gecko and won 1-0. These, of course, are the winners of their leagues. They've won the league. Get this, they've won the league 7 times. 2010, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. They've been able to win their leagues. Apologies, they came second. They've been able to win their leagues. So they've played this preliminary round twice in terms of CAF, once in 2011 and once in 2014. So this is going to be very interesting to see if maybe they can't steal something from this game. I think Pirates needs to hit early, and they need to hit hard, and they need to hit fast and a lot. This game needs to be offside. Offside. Did he touch it? Did he touch it? Oh, Mabasa. Sorry, Mabasa. A shot was played in. Touch to Mabasa was in an offside position, went into the goals, but it didn't count. So it's going to be very interesting. The other interesting part of this for Pirates is waiting for them in the next round, should they make it through, is either African Stars or Jordaan Galaxy. Good old Jordaan Galaxy is waiting for Orlando Pirates on that side. So that's going to be a very interesting game. If Pirates does get through, a bit of a grudge match. Last time they took them lightly. This time, let's see what happens. The Madagascar team from the last game sat back quite a bit, man. They sat back quite a bit. They didn't really come forward that much. It was a very absorb the pressure as much as possible and see what happens. I think from their side, look, man, nobody expects you to win this game. You're coming to Orlando Stadium. The stadium is filling up very slowly, as you can see. Maybe shock them, Nyan. Escotini has, whoa. Already getting under pressure there. Lipa says it's live. Yes, it's live. Lebza, welcome to the show. It is live. SABCsports.com, SABC Plus app, and also SABC Sport on Facebook. I am watching it on Facebook on my phone right now. That is where you can watch it live, free. So if you're able to watch this TikTok, you are going to be able to watch the game. So head on over that side if you are keen to see how Paris is going to do for yourselves lives. The aggregate score is 0-0. Now, Escotini, as I was saying, is an interesting place. Oh, yeah, chain. Escotini is an interesting place because on one hand, it is one of the most electric stadiums to play at. It's a stadium where on its day, the fans, Pirates, everybody just comes together and you can catch 5, 6, 7 goals very easily. Very easily. You'll be blinking and you'll see You'll be blinking and you'll see Usaleng scoring a hat trick, right? Whereas the other hand, which makes this game so interesting, is that if you can keep if you can keep the Orlando Stadium quiet for 50, 60 minutes, they start turning on the team. They start turning on the team and they start acting differently and starting to put pressure on their own players. So if this team can hold out, man, and maybe show the discipline of what Jordaan did, for example, we could see something special. Agent says Facebook is refusing. SABC Sports is way behind. Hey, SABC Sports is way behind. This is why I watch it on Facebook, Agent. I watch it on Facebook. I'm on Facebook right now. It seems to be fine. Now I'm scared that if I go out, I'm not going to be able to go back. Anyway, it's on sabcsports.com, SABC Plus app, SABC Sport Facebook page. You'll be able to find the game on those platforms. Remember, guys, for these competitions, SABC has all the rights to everything CAF this year. CAF Confed, CAF Confed, CAF Champions League, AFCON, WAFCON, Women's Champions League, CHAN. All of those rights reside with SABC through that deal with New World TV. The guys who own the rights here. Cross it in, boy. 6 minutes in, it is 0-0. Pirates do look the superior team, but this Madagascan team is running, man. They're running. They're running very hard. They're actually trying to play. Another thing that's going to come into this game is that they were playing on artificial grass in the game that they played versus this Madagascar team in Mauritania, if I'm not mistaken. And now they're coming into real grass, so there is a difference. I think it was Umalume Kutz on the show spoke about how the boots feel different. The running is a bit harder when you're playing on real grass. Your boots sink in, the ball doesn't skid as easily. All of those things are also going to come to play. But the question is, who does it benefit more? Does it benefit the team that plays on AstroTurf a lot quicker, that plays on AstroTurf a lot skiddier surface, that they're now coming into a surface that's maybe a little bit slower? Or does it benefit the Pirates? So let's see, King Yellowpawn. What's going on, King Yellowpawn? Hey. Yes, it is the CAF game. It is the CAF game. Feel free to jump in. Pirates is meant to be the better team in the game. But we all know sometimes being better doesn't mean that you're going to win. Anything can happen in this here football that we love. So we have to look out for that. I just want to see. So currently, Pirates has been stretched a little bit in terms of the game. They've been stretched a little bit on the counter. So I think they have to look out for that when this Disciples team does decide to go forward. I think they have to look out for it. We know that Pirates suffers on the wings. So in the wing back positions right now, they've got Hoto, who's going to leave. They've got at the back, it's Nda and Sesane. Not necessarily the fastest of center backs. So if you can counter properly, why would you let the ball bounce, boy? Nazo, it started. It started.
I just got the notification. It's a goal.
I've just got the notification. It's a goal. Orlando Pirates has taken the lead, thanks to one of the most dramatic, amazing finishes that I've ever seen for an on goal. I've never seen this. Wait. Did Babasa really get onto that? It looked like the defender did something. Mara guys, how many times must I say it? SABC Plus app, sabcsports.com, SABC Sport Facebook channel. Yeah, that's an on goal.
It's campi, nada. It's campi. Nada mais nada. It's campi.
Oh, Guys, he finished it directly into the net. What was he thinking? Was he making his keeper save or what? Okay, that's interesting. Pirates 1-0 up. Aggregate score 1-0. Pirates is in the lead. That goal is going to wake up Orlando Stadium. And we're going to see them start playing. I think that's going to be one of the things that we're going to see now when everybody starts waking up properly. The fans are still not in. The fans are still not in. Yet, once they all arrive, yeah. I'm still shocked. Agent. No way. I'm not saying that what we saw is what we saw. I'm not saying that it has anything to do with what you're talking about. Mara. That was the strikers finish. But anyway, 1-0. It's going well for Pirates, but for Disciples.
Ziyakhala and ziku loudspeaker and I couldn't off. I no couldn't off. I ziyakhala ke manje. Ziyakhala ke manje.
Okay, here comes Pirates again on the attack. It seems like this Disciples team has chosen to go with a 4-3-3 type of situation, or 4-2-1. Yeah, 4-2-1-3, but it more becomes, a 4-5-1 type situation when they are defending. It does allow Saleng a lot of space out wide. It does seem as though he is getting support internally to allow him to go wide, which is something that I always wanted from Saleng. I don't think I'm comfortable with Saleng playing inside or cutting inside or trying to become an extra number 10. I think when Pirates was at its peak, where Pirates is scary, where Pirates is going nuts, is where Mfukeng and Tito find themselves drifting off to the left-hand side. That allows Saleng to come in on the right-hand side, not necessarily to come back and get the ball, but to run in behind defenders. And then Mabasa, it was Lepasa, but then Mabasa in this case gets to then poach in the box. So you had three different types of attacks. On the left-hand side, they could kill you on the floor, kill you with skill. On the middle, you had a guy who was just going to finish balls in the box. If anything dropped there, he would finish it. Then on the right-hand side, you had Usaleng. Speed Demon comes in on the right-hand side, loves to go, run in behind your defenders, has the pace to do it. Towards the end of the season, Saleng was tucking in a little bit more. We saw it also in that MTN 8 game where he was coming centrally, and I don't know if that's what you want to do, honestly speaking. It is 12 minutes in. Pirates is 1-0 up versus Disciples, aka Kaizer Nationale de Prévoyance Social Sport. Guys, SABC Sports, sabcsports.com, SABC Plus app, SABC Sport Facebook page. You guys are making me say this so many times, and they don't pay me. So I don't want to be doing this for free. Like, they just need one coordinated counter. If there's one thing Stellenbosch had last season, it was that two-man counter with Reyners and Van Veek, or Reyners and Adams at times, or Reyners and Titus at times. That, we've been absorbing pressure for a while. Let's catch them. And I think with this Pirates defense, if you can, catch them offside a little bit or hit them by surprise, you can probably get something from this game, to be honest with you. But the more that stadium fills up, you can play back accepted. Accepting, agent. You can play as much as you want, you can do well, you can be the bigger team. But at the end of the day, what we know about knockout competitions is that...
what does that matter?
It doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. Okay, here comes Pirates. Let's see what they do. Oh, talente. Which first okay, let me see. The handshake from hey, don't make me say that. Don't make me say that, agent. I told you I don't want to read it. No. You want to get me into trouble. No, thank you. No, thank you. Disciples should not have played midweek, to be honest. Look, they've been in these preliminary rounds twice, so maybe they thought they'd be shaking it up. But to be fair, it was 10 years ago the last time they were in the preliminary round. Which one, agent? "15 minutes in, it is 1-0 to Orlando Pirates." Let's see. Here comes Disciples. Look, I'll give them credit. The one thing that they are sticking with is keeping that front three very high. They're trying to keep that front three, but I think the slower you take it in your build-up, the harder it will be to take advantage of that team, you know? The harder it will be. Hey, but guys, sabcsports.com, SABC Sport Facebook page, SABC Plus app. That's where you can watch this game. I'm watching it on Facebook, the SABC Sport Facebook page. Abampatele batho ba, guys. Abampatele. I can't be saying SABC Sports over and over again, knowing that they're not paying me. But anyway, the only problem with Pirates, man, sometimes Pirates, with all due respect, tend to play towards the level, they play at the level of the team that they're facing. So if the team that they're facing is Mamelodi Sundowns and it's a high-level team, they will play and they'll be amazing. If it's a team that they're facing that is the Kaizer Chiefs team that has been struggling, they will struggle and have to come back from behind to win a game that they should be walking. If they go out and play a Cape Town Spurs team that is at the bottom of the log, that has no business causing Orlando Pirates trouble, they will donate their first 3 points. So I think that is something that Jose has to look at, to be honest with you, this season. And that is something that might be a fear in this game, that what happens if you can't finish this Disciples team? It shouldn't be an issue. I don't foresee Pirates losing this game. I think the tougher game will be the next preliminary round, where it will either be African Stars or Jordaan Galaxy again. And we know what happened with the Jordaan Galaxy, for example. So hopefully, for the rest of this season, Jose can work on that. That Jose can go, you know what, guys? When we play a cup final, we're up for it. When we play against Chiefs, we're up for it. When we play against Sundowns, we're up for it. When we're playing a cup, like I said, a cup game, for example, or a final, or MTN8, or Nedbank Cup, we're up for it. Now you have to be up for it the whole season. And one of the problems that I foresee Pirates having, honestly, is that I don't know if Jose has full control of that bench. I don't know if he's got enough players that can jump in and make a difference when you need them. So one of the players that I absolutely love at Orlando Pirates is Undlondlo. But Undlondlo, you know, he hasn't looked like he wants to play football for a while. So what's going to happen on those games during the season where you need to rest your starters? You get into the Champions League, you've still got the Nedbank Cup, the Carling Cup, you've still got, MTN8 ends a little bit early, you have to travel. You need a full team. You need people who can jump in a moment's notice, you know? Does Pirates have that? Can you trust Kim Beauty? Can you trust them to do those things? Ooh, one thing I forgot. Wait. One thing I forgot to ask.
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
Guys, Betting, guys. What are you guys betting for this game? Over 4.5. Oh, save. Over 4.5. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Kwena says first half of the season, rotation policy failed. It is going to be different. And that's exactly it, Kwena. That is the question that I'm asking. That throughout the season, I think Pirates started very strong last season. I think they lost to Stellenbosch, and then they went on a run where they were scoring. I think they scored 4 and 5 versus, was it Kukune and somebody else. I'm forgetting the other team, but they looked hot. Then they got some injuries to key players, some of the key players, and they went down a rut, which only picked up much later in the season, right? If you remember correctly, I mean, Pirates finished with 50 points at the end of the season. It went down to the wire with Stellenbosch. So they can't afford to repeat that this season. So maybe getting guys like Abotino Van Rooyen, and so that they can be very strong players for a secondary squad type of thing could work very well for this team. Agent says there's no team here. There's nobody home. Pirates should be, I don't know, Pirates should be killing this team right now. They should be killing this team. Watch them play. Hey, Munyane. Mfukeng, come on. Mfukeng needs to... guys, what did Wolves do to Mfukeng? Ever since he came back from Wolves, man, he's not the same guy. He's just not the same guy. Let me do this. Am I allowed to? I can't pin it. Let's see. I can't pin. Okay, I can't pin the messages. I wanted to pin the message. SABC Sport, guys. SABCplus.com, SABCsport.com. The Facebook page. I'm watching it on the Facebook page. Let's see. Quality. Pirates could not lose this game. Yeah, Matabo, like I said, this is not the game I'm worried about, honestly speaking. I think the real test for Pirates is going to be that second preliminary round, the one that actually qualifies you for the group stages. I think that's going to be a very interesting one, to see if Pirates can get over themselves in terms of, performing like what they did last time. Nazo, how sugile. There we go, Mfukeng. How sugile, man.
I just got the notification. It's a goal.
How sugile, this should be 6-0. This must be 7-0.
We are cruising nicely.
Okay, so on goal, first goal, very dubious one. It was a very shaky on goal that looked like a very good finish from a defender on goal. But then this second goal was from Mfukeng. Yeah, they couldn't deal with the movement. They couldn't deal with the movement. Butlali says Paris should be leading by at least 4 goals. They should. But with football, guys, I think the game is done, eh? Lulu says, I think I must just take a chance and bet. What are you going to bet, Lulu? Torishapaka over 4.5. It's over. It's over. 2-0, 24 minutes in. Yeah. Look, this team has been attacking in at times. They just haven't been causing Pirates a problem. I wouldn't say they were outplayed fully. Oh, I wouldn't say they've been outplayed up to this point. They haven't been outplayed up to this point. But yeah, it's going to start stacking up. 2-0. And so then we're going to see Abo Marons and Abo Malume Kutso hitting drums there, and these guys are going to get overwhelmed. Machao says, I support your words. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about this one. This is meant to be just honestly, a game that is a given result. This is the easiest it's going to get for Pirates, to be honest with you, in the Champions League. Guys, how do we think Pirates is going to do in the Champions League? Let's say they make it in. How do you think they're going to do in their first season of the Champions League? Owing to the fact of the things that I've spoken about now, where, things like fatigue, is your team deep enough? Can your team wake up for all games? What happens when you have to play a different type of football? So, African football is so slow, guys. African football is so slow. It's 1-0 and you win. It's transition once or twice and take your chances type of game. And Pirates, needs to flow. They need to be on their pump. They need to be playing as hard as possible, as fast as possible. Can they play a slow game and win? That is my question here. Uskameza says Bucks are cruising. Teminkoza, guys. Nyangulala, guys. SABC Sports, guys. SABC Sports. SABC Plus app. SABCsports.com. SABC Sports Facebook page. That's where you can watch it. We're actually going to watch a lot of stuff here. Since SABC got the tender for all of these things, we're going to be watching a lot of the stuff here. And Supersport is probably only going to be jumping in for finals or semi-finals. I think they won't reach the semis. I'm a big Pirates fan, but their consistency worries me. You guys are thinking semis. Semis. Guys, are we doing Nyatsa this CAF Champions League? Do we Nyatsa it? Sundowns has reached the semis twice in the last 2 years. They've been semi-finalists in the last 2 years. And they've got, 9 years since they've won the Champions League. That's how much experience they have in the Champions League to still maybe bounce in the semis. Hey, are we underestimating it? Let's be real. Especially for a Paris team, here's another part. Especially for a Paris team that people want to win the league, that people want them to win trophies and stuff. Oh, what a goal. What a disgusting goal. Oh, Tito. Is that Tito? Yeah. Ay. Oh. I see the 40. Yeah, what a goal. Tito bending it into the corner. From the top of the box, Pirates 3-0. Yeah. Hi, that number 10 jersey comes with powers. That number 10 jersey is coming with powers here. And for this Disciples team. It's lit. It's lit. If you're a Pirates fan, sorry, if you're a Disciples fan,
but in big trouble, nothing is coming right, and nothing will ever come right.
Sam says, can you believe I'm still stuck in traffic? This traffic go Orlando is going to be an issue, man. The last time it was like this. I remember, I think it was Ukutso, Malume Kutso didn't even make it to the stadium. He went home. I think they won't reach the semis. I'm a big Paris fan. Paris will do the thing, says Steph. Mara Steph. Semi-finals. Okay. Let me ask the Paris fans. Let's say they get to the semi-finals and lose. Are you guys okay with losing out on the league and losing out maybe on 2 trophies? Maybe you end the year with an MTN 8 and you've reached the semis of the CAF Champions League. Are you fine with that? Because the way I view it, you have to sacrifice something. You know, people will point to Chiefs and say, you know, when Chiefs got to the final, all of that stuff. Gavin Hunter said, he said in an interview later on that I had to sacrifice something. I had to pick the league or the Champions League. And he said, the Champions League for my team was a little bit easier because it's slower. And we decided to prioritize the Champions League. So are you willing to let go of possibly Nazo 5? Nazo 5. Oh, 4, sorry. Saleh. Are you willing to sacrifice trophies then? And say, you know what, we had a good year in CAF. I guess that's my question to the Paris fans. Agent says, let me work on my files. There's nothing to see here. I keep it on in the background and keep me on in the background. Khanti, why am I behind 3 minutes? Apparently, if you're watching it on the website, it's behind. I'm watching it on the Facebook page. I learned my lesson. The Facebook page, for me, has been the fastest between the website, even with SABC Plus. I don't know what game we were watching where I had to watch it on SABC Plus. I can't remember. Where Tito? Tito. Pirates is cruising. They're cruising.
We are cruising nicely.
They're cruising. They're done. The game is over. I'm sure Pirates fans were stuck in traffic. Just get in your cars and go home, guys. It's okay. Beat the traffic. It's on the SABC Sport Facebook page, guys. Pirates should be 10-0 up by now, says Chakaranda. If it was Sundowns, what do we want to say, Q-Boy, if it was Sundowns? Steph says no to semis, but at least a win or a few. You see, Steph, now you're talking my language. Nazo. 4. That looked like a penalty, eh? That looked like a penalty. Just saw Saleh's chance now. You just saw it now. I heard all the players from that team are builders. They're part-time footballers. Guys, this is the Mamelodi Sundowns of Madagascar. Eh? They won it. Let me read it off. They won the league in 2010. They won it in 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. In a row. This is the best team that Madagascar has to offer. No, but on the real, not to be disrespectful, guys, it's the level of the prelims. Remember, only 16 teams make it into the Champions League at any given time. Only 16 teams. And of those teams, you already know the heavy hitters that are already going to be there. You're going to count your Wheatheads. You're going to count Sundowns. You're going to count Ahly. You're going to count ES Tunis. You're going to count, let's see. Wheathead didn't make it last year, but you could probably say Wheathead. You know, you're going to count your TP Mazembes. You're going to count either 1 or 2 of Yanga or Simba that will make it in. You're going to count Petro de Luanda. Right? You got to count already. I've got 8 teams that I've mentioned. So that means the rest of the other 8 are fighting it out for those 8 spots. And a lot of them, their quality is not very high. The quality is not very high. So this is going to be the easiest that Paris is going to have it. then we'll see. Oh, Nazo 4. Oh, Talilu Salega, the hour now.
Ziyakhala and ziku-loudspeaker and hayi khona into off. Hayi no khona into off. Hayi ziyakhala ke manje.
Hey, never trust the team.
Hayi ziyakhala ke manje.
Never trust a team that was taking photos, man. Go Orlando, that was like, yeah, look at the stadium. Yeah? Oh, what's happening? Did they disallow it? Did they say offside? Offside, okay. Okay, offside. Maraziawa.
bathi ukusheka ngesulu njalo.
Oh, kakase.
Kakase. Why you kakaseling, my brother? Relax.
It's going off, guys. It's going off. But guys,
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
where's the betting people? I want to hear what you guys. Sundowns, they can do this no matter how the team is weak. Sports says Balula Labantu. Jacaranda says no ways. Montana says the keeper is working at chicken.
God have mercy upon us.
Okay, Zulu speaker says Zulu speaker for sure. Paris is on fire. Hope Sundowns is watching. This team is only one. No, they've won 4. They've won they've won 1, 2. They've won 8. They've won 8. Even SABC had fact checked it. Are you checking the right team? Is it this CNSA, CNPSA, CNDPSA, SS, Kaizer Nationale de Prévoyance Sociale Sport, aka Disciples. They even won a trophy last year, if I'm not mistaken. Their last game was the final that they played versus El Gecko, but I'm not sure if that was one of the cups. Chuchu Nation says, when I say Montana says he came from night shift night but for this match. Hi, it's the same team, agent. It's the same team. See us. It's the same team. Hi, agent. Sinners. Disciples, they have the long name. Yeah. Yeah, so even on some of these sites, Arrival, CNEPS, arriving at Orlando Stadium, Case Nationale de Prévoyance Sociale Sport, Disciples FC. Good. It's not televised. It's on SABC's web things. Maybe this is Team C. Oh. But guys, let's be honest. Like I said before, there's not many countries that have top tier football. If we're being 100% honest, in Africa. So these things, these qualifying rounds were created so that those teams could have a chance to get in, and also because of, I don't know if CAF uses the coefficient where both Egypt are leading, where both South Africa are leading in terms of number of teams that can come in, or the bigger African leagues have more teams. So your Joanengs, your Nwadibu, the team from Mauritius that Sundowns played, Nwadibu, all of those guys, this is their chance to shock someone, basically. So they're hoping as CAF to shock a person and then all of these teams would be let in, or some of these teams, one or two of them would get in, and then you'd have a Jordaan situation where Jordaan gets in and beats Wydad, for example, you know. But again, I think the limitation of CAF is having only 16 teams in the Champions League. And then having some of the other better teams ending up in the Confed. So a lot of the better teams, if you think about Pirates getting to the final of the Confed Cup, they were probably one of the better teams, along with that RS Bekane at that time. They were in the Confed, fighting in the Confed because the 3 and 4, right? And then you watch, I don't want to say lesser teams, but you watch those guys get into the Champions League. But anyway, no, it's 3-0. The goal was offside. Fawaz Basadine, guys, he wants to come to Chiefs. I would never, but that's a topic for another day. We're watching the game. Uchi. 14, man. Guys, a lot of the teams in the Champions League don't even have stadiums. It's actually lucky because this year, usually CAF for these rounds, they don't give anything. This year was the first year where they gave everybody $50,000, if I'm not mistaken. So every team that's in the prelims has got $50,000. There were teams that would get into a combi, a young caravel, sometimes not even a caravel, and they drive for 24 hours to go play an away game in another country. Cooped up 24 hours. You guys think it's tough when South African teams have to go that side and they give you a bad hotel and a bad bus. Some of these teams are getting into some of the worst transports to drive 24 hours to go play a game. That's insane. Danko Cheso. When Cheso's with me, 14. Yeah, but we need to talk about the effort Patrice has done. I'm so proud of him. Yeah, no, Patrice has changed CAF. Hopefully he doesn't leave. Free kick Pirates. They're looking for that 4th goal. There's no reason why this shouldn't be 10, guys. There's no reason why this shouldn't be 10, why this shouldn't be a very high scoring, or at the very least over 4.5. Saleng just hitting it over there. Yeah, Pirates didn't even have to get out of second gear. The only thing Paris has to watch out for agent. Let me check. Synapse. Yeah, it could be actually. Let me see. Oh, okay, here comes Disciples. Let's see. Oh, Danko Disciples. Danko Disciples, man. Hey, they finally got a shot away. It was a good shot. It was a good shot. Wow. They did well. Let me see, agent. I'm still checking. Let me see. Jesus, man. We must celebrate when they do something good. We must celebrate when they do something good. Just as this is the right step. The right step. The introduction of the AFL was already an indicator of how great CAF is. Guys, is the AFL a good tournament? I don't want to speak about hate or anything, but is it a good tournament? Is it a good tournament? What is the point of the AFL? We had this conversation on the normal show, Monday to Thursdays at 7 p.m. We had that conversation. I'm still checking this team. Will it even come back? And like, will it even come back as a tournament? Yeah, let's see, agent. I'm gonna look into it. I'm just busy with this watch along too. So, guys, we're heading to half time. Remember, at half time, you guys can jump in and request, and we can have a conversation about whatever we're seeing that is happening in the game at the current moment. So let's check it out. Chiefs. Hi, guys. Oh, look at them pressing, eh? You can score 3 goals, guys. Let's go. You need to score first leg to win. Aye, Mara super. Oh, you're rating this game? Oh, this time of the tournament. Second preliminary or first preliminary. Aye. You can't rate it that highly. Let me just get my stuff right. Guys, it is halftime. I'm just getting my... my thing is right here. And then we can go from there.
But why is Sundowns fancy?
Welcome. How are you?
Yes, I'm still watching the game, by the way. Yeah.
Go to the Facebook page. Go to the Facebook page.
I could never. Global gaming a phone, no.
Hi, 3 minutes behind the head.
AFL. Okay, I won't be long. Sorry, hey, sharp. Ne? AFL irrelevant. I mean, like without the AFL, we're gonna be subjected to this type of games. Do you get why AFL was created?
Yeah.
So come Super League, we can discuss it further. Okay, I won't be long. Sorry, hey, sharp. Ne? AFL irrelevant. So, guys,
what did you see from
let's
this
have
first half?
a very honest conversation.
Yeah.
You want to make a fella. Sundowns so like leads for this type of games. Ingen wala ten noto, poma bena. I wanna like Orlando Pirates had a perfect opportunity to showcase why they're the so-called second best team in the land. Like the opponents from Madagascar, Shem, they've got spirit, Shem. They've got spirit. I wonder if they had a speedy striker like your Reynas or even your Bargman, this guy, Bargman Wako Chivzio.
Oh, Dupreez.
Bargman yeah, Dupreez. They could have easily, they could have actually gave Pirates a match. Now I want structurally bazama shema, obviously quality cream will always rise to the top. Now I don't know. Kore, I don't want to make excuses. Ne, I get to Kore, they don't take their opponent seriously or like they're just nonchalant by nature. So I wouldn't. Okay, fine. You know, sometimes you just have to get it over and done with. I want maybe they're just showing too much respect to their opponents. Gerada Madagashian. Yeah, Madagas, yeah. Team. So I honestly, but I'm a politician. Nita Shifa.
I'm gonna come back. Austin Tabi.
Joti dumelang ha ke na tse ngata iphere tse ya tshisa sentse ba re bolaisa stress hore ebe season e tlo ba jwang but hey update overthinker se ke lena ka monana bua tse update ring
I get to Tabi.
bua ai update we rata hampe wa tatazela out of the blue fella se rutle ka ena ka tlung ka mona ke ga ke overthinking
It's okay, man. It's okay, Austin Tabi. It's okay.
machonjalo
bathi ukushela ngesulu njalo
ukhakhazela
why you kakazeling my brother, relax.
Okay. Let me go to Super. Super, welcome. How are you? Mangimnandi, man. This is Nepolanyana. Uthini game, Super.
You know, 57 fans. Hey, first of all, did he look at the stands? Like everyone in there, wapere skipa satao too. Iseng hore batho ba tsene mahala ko stadium ka dikipa tsa ANC le tsa Rama le tsa Omo or what the hell. Second of all, they are the ones that were busy clinching their butts that Pirates gets eliminated, saying, hey, you have to score away from home to win. Of which I told them last week, guys, this is only a preliminary. Calm down. We are going to win at home. And so they are proving. Now I'm happy with the structure of the team. It's supposed to be 4-0. I don't know where that offside came from because Saleng was in line when the ball was struck. It should have been 5. Saleng shouldn't have taken that free kick. Dlamini should have taken that free kick. But anyways, it's a training game. But at least it's a training game that keeps some mouths shut. The Champions League proper is coming. We know what we've been there before. We are the pacemakers. We are the ones that open the gates for PSL clubs in that competition. So we know what to expect. We know what it takes to reach the final. We know what it takes to win. So Balebako Mamelodi Sundowns, they must just focus on actually getting their fans to pay to support the team. Orlando is buyer fair from Mamelodi.
You guys are shooting today. Let me go to Omotin. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Groot man, okay, wait. Ik verloren and I like to come to work in my most, disciplined, right? I don't like to disturb the channel. Maar hiole, bakanea. Kinyaga agent ang kutle. But the agent ifang kutla na. Agent, are you listening? Anyway, I'm listening, obviously, first game was very, very, very scary for me. I didn't like how we played. But I'm glad that, we got things in order. One thing I like about Jose is that, he learns from his mistakes, right? I hope that we'll continue with such learning from mistakes, especially with Stellenbosch. A lot of people don't consider them as title contenders, but they are. So they're a big threat this season. Anyway, hopefully we just win. I'm just looking for a win here. It's CAF Champions League. Anything can happen, right? These are big teams playing against big sides. We don't undermine whatever economic challenges go for another country and another team. Anything can happen. We could be playing against the Sundowns of their team. Anything can happen. But hopefully we win, man. I'm just so sad that I couldn't go to the stadium. But Chiefs. Okay, Dupree.
Hey, leave us alone. Recoja, we're out of office, we're relaxing, we're in off season. Agent, my brother, welcome.
I wish I could give my slot to Kumo to respond to this red t-shirts. I wish that was possible because there's nothing to analyze here. So you can have double time so that you can deal with them. But I think the first 20 minutes, I think I said a message that we skipped. I was saying this team reminds me of Solos under Steve, that trying to play from the back, but we have the quality to play from the back. And again, you must first understand why you're playing from the back. Now, if you're playing from the back and you don't have the quality, in as much as it looks pretty, is it effective? You know, because you cannot have quality and you want to play from the back. You must always accept that I'm in a lower position. I'm going to do it on the counter. You know, so I thought there would be more of a counter-attacking team than doing the passing. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the stats are 50-50 or they're leading in terms of possession. You know, so it was kind of disappointing in that fact. But like I said, I said on the group that I'm aiming for a 4.5 in this game. If I had the guts to bet, in case someone is listening, if I had the guts to bet,
where's Theo when I need him?
You know, but again, I think Paris have showed that class. They've definitely gotten out of gear one, I think. They've just been there and they've done what they need to do, get opportunities to score, and they've scored, you know. And the first goal, you can see there was a handshake there, but others are well deserved, they were well played, especially Ito's goal. There's nothing allegedly there, but we can see that was a proper striker's finish. But I'm impressed with the goals, they've been good goals. So I think they'll get 2 more, in my opinion, second half.
Kumo, I've got 2 questions for you. Does the first leg show that maybe, you know, in as much as this was a weak team, we saw Bondondro and those type of players, and they didn't necessarily light it up or give Pirates something different? They were taken out as the first team. Can Pirates survive a Champions League season on top of everything with just this first team because the other guys aren't necessarily coming to the table? And then number 2, this Disciples team, they've had the ball, they've played in some areas, but it feels like they're afraid to play that final ball. What can Disciples do in the second half a little bit better to maybe keep it at 3-0?
Wouldn't you be afraid when you know who you are playing against, the biggest mafia on African football? Because remember, that first leg, we didn't watch the game. So, I told you I've got lawyers on retain, like Natava. The first leg, was a true reflection on how these teams play.
The thoughts and views expressed by the panel or in the comments do not reflect those of the host, George Mokwena, or overthinking football altogether. Okay, you can continue. Hey, I just have to make sure.
Are you done with your disclaimer?
Yes.
All I'm saying is that it's always peculiar when you know when there's everyone watching. Suddenly get those own goals, so suddenly those chances adira Ahly. Because of we know history but OT, notice how Sundowns supporters here on this panel spoke about football. Abuto mompotsa ka Rama, mompotsa ka ANC, ka free entrance. Habulele ka bolo, ka team ya high. Because why do there's nothing there. And by the way, I want to 1.2. Come on to one for the customer 1.2. Le go small street to go to no 5 ranta. My parents go small, go do no 2 ranta ba wa ba isa ker. Azanga ka bona le parents go sponsoring. Total sport da ba is. La conta wala ka. Mar okay, sorry, okay. On a serious note, I think they just key disciples, but not continue doing their thing because they're clearly having fun, and they're not like poorly playing, man. If only they had a proper striker, it would have been a different game altogether. Because of like, if they can take their chances or just be much more confident going forward, because in other areas they seem to be confident in the structure. They pass well. But obviously, we want like a difference in class on our league seeking. But yeah, man, I wouldn't, if I was this team, I wouldn't be disheartened because they came, they did their best. They came to play football for one. It's a learning curve. I'm telling you, next season, they're going to be a far much improved team to play against. And the Pirate into group stages,
Okay. Let me go to Austin. Oh, Austin Tabi's gone. Super Sfuba. The same two questions to you. Does the performance in the first game with certain players and the performance in this game maybe show that, man, there's a bit of a quality difference even within Pirates itself? And how does that play out in the Champions League in a whole? Should you qualify to go into the group stages? And then number two, Disciples. They've had some of the ball. They've seen Pirates' half. They just fail with the final pass. What can they do differently in the second half to maybe, at the very least, man, or a consolation nyana?
Kehla, oizi batho ba bangwe ba bolela ka Small Street a ke itse gore ba bone beang bona na ba irang ko Small Street gore ba bone dilo tseo na ba irang ko Small Street to begin with. And then ba bolela ka di biggest mafia ko botse magistrate wa ko mamelodi na le 10 years ba wa ha le no a so felle building e le kanang le ntlo ya motho a so felle he ba tsa ba tlo bolela ka di biggest mafia. Anyway, uthi Pirates, that first game, the coach was being fair. He was giving the chance. He was saying, guys, it's a new season. Last season is in the past. I'm giving you an opportunity to show that you can be heroes. Unfortunately for those players, they let themselves down. And the coach, he's not obliged to give them favorable conditions in order for them to prove themselves. He put them in adverse conditions on AstroTurf, in tropical conditions in unknown territory against an unknown club. They couldn't step up to the plate. It's okay. We know we have a first team, and ideally, that first team is supposed to be playing two tournaments: the league and the Champions League. It's supposed to be the second string players that are getting opportunities in the cup. So we have no problem with the first team playing CAF because it's the best of the best. You can't put your bench. Yes, it's a preliminary match, but he gave the guys an opportunity because there's an entire squad. It's not just 11 players that Pirates are paying on a monthly basis, and they get paid to play. So when it comes to this team Disciples, honestly, we have had no homework on them. Our only experience of that team was to play them. On the contrary, they have the entire of last season and the season before to analyze Pirates. It's only natural that they would get opportunities. But the fact that Pirates is not allowing them to make that final pass is what the difference between the two teams. So you will get opportunities, even if it's a Mvela Golden League team versus a UEFA Champions League team. There will always be opportunities, but the thing is, will you allow them to be used? So I think Pirates' experience is showing there, and they instead of thinking that they can stop opportunities from being created, they are just stopping the final pass from being taken. So that's all you need to do. You don't always need to win the ball to defend.
Okay. Let me go to Agent. Agent, same two questions. Pirates, is this maybe showing that that team might not be strong enough to compete on multiple fronts with certain players who are meant to be coming in and maybe holding their own? You know, some days you're going to go and fly to somewhere on Sunday and then play and then have to play on Tuesday, and you might have to pull out Ndlondo or Kinviudi or somebody like that. Is this maybe showing that, number one? And then number two, Disciples, man. They get forward, they get the ball, they do all those things, Mara, they're so afraid to play that final pass.
You know, Super and Kumus, they might be brothers, eh? I think they might be brothers. Same. Can even hear that. This one's, maybe it's Kumu with a different account. You know how he is. But I think if you recall well, I don't think it's a case of quality, to be fair with you. I don't think it's a case of quality. If you recall well, last year, Paris did a similar thing away where the slight changes, 2-3 changes to the 11, you know, and they went to Botswana and I think they drew, if not lost. They drew, I think, you know. And similar thing happened, you know. So I think that slight tweak, because this team can see that, I think even if with Boku Kimvidi and others, they should have more quality than them, you know. I think it's just that mentality that the fact that coach is rotating us, it means this team is weak, you know. And maybe to be fair, even the coaches themselves don't prepare as thoroughly, you know. It's only the reason why some of us were like, Paris shouldn't play like this is because we've seen the movie before where last season, a team that you would expect that they would beat, they went away, drew, and came home and lost the game in overall, you know. So that's why there was always that risk that if you do stuff like that away, you know, you might lose in this kind of competitions. Maybe, just maybe, away that's when you play your strongest 11, then home you can tweak it a bit because you have home ground advantage and you have the Orlando fans behind you, you know. So I think there is that. In terms of these disciples, it's too early. I wanted to make a PG-18 example, but I think they're busy but not doing anything. Yeah. You know, they're busy but they're not doing anything, you know. Yes, we can play, but after the 18, not the 18, but the center cycle, they're non-existent, you know. So, like I said, it is pretty playing from the back, but do you have the quality to play from the back? And do you know why you're playing it from the back? Because I think the one time they did play it long, they looked threatening. So I don't know why they're still sticking to playing from the back. But like I said, it is a learning curve for them. You know, if they can keep the score respectable, they should be okay. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it open. So the guys who had requested and didn't get in for halftime, you request again and I'll let you in. My thoughts about the first half are very simple. Pirates should be way ahead. I think Pirates is not making this the statement game that we wanted it to be. Pirates at times has been playing towards the level of the people that they're playing against, which has been one of Pirates' curses, quote unquote, that they've had for a while. I think Pirates, in terms of attack, they look dangerous in phases, but a lot of those attacking players go missing after a while. It feels like when you're playing a team that is smaller than you, sometimes you do that thing where we know we're going to go score, so I'm going to run forward and I'm going to wait for the ball to drop in for me, then I'll take advantage of them. Whereas this is maybe a game where Tito should be putting his foot on the ball and Fukeng should be getting his touches. And we should see more of maybe Utalent Mbata pushing up with Tito, having those type of 1-2s and finding a chemistry in this game because Lavanta Beko. On the Disciples side, I can't say that on the balance of play, watching them with the ball at their feet and playing, they haven't been bad. The only problem is that they've been aimless. So when they get the ball, if you watch their strikers, they leave 3 up front. There's 2 on the left-hand side that always make runs. And Utenwabo is afraid to put the ball in. He almost like freezes. And maybe what I was expecting from this game at Orlando Stadium was, guys, we've got nothing to lose. When you get the ball, play it up. Run as hard as you can. Try to get as many chances. The moment that they started doing those type of things, they got a shot away. It hit the crossbar. China saved it, hit the crossbar. So you've got nothing to lose. Play. You're 3-0 down. Let's see something. Chakaranda, welcome to the show. How are you?
Mr. OT.
What do you think of the game, Chakaranda?
The team lay pop, Mr. OT.
Yeah,
they pop the team. It's very weak. We can pop the team there. But I think coach Ribeiro, ne? Is it Ribeiro?
Yeah,
I think he won the game by putting in Umbata no Dlamini. The combination ya Umbata no Dlamini in the middle, it works. You know, phenomenal. I think they are creating chances for Saling and Maswangani. So I think that's the strongest players that I've seen so far who Pirates. But I don't see the cohesion in Pirate, because for me, like you said, Guti, you see players popping up there, hiding again, popping up there, hiding again. I haven't seen them, holding the ball for more than 20 minutes off. Which it's something that they should focus on, especially now that they are 3-0 up. They should focus on making sure that the team combines passes and what. But let's see how they're gonna do in the second half, and hopefully maybe they will see that they need more passes, because the only thing that they're doing quite well is playing on the side. Saling and Umufukeng, but Mufukeng hasn't really been in the party today. And coming disciples, I think there's nothing to analyze. Disciples, there's nothing to analyze. I want a plan. They don't have a plan. I don't see the midfield. I don't see the defense. I think the only player I see it's the keeper, the goalkeeper there. I think he made a beautiful save, denying Umawasa. I think that's the only player I see from the Disciples team.
Okay. No, Chakaranda, thank you so much. Guys, it is open. Feel free to jump in. Can I highlight something about Pirates that may be a little bit worrying, especially in this game? Yes, they're playing versus the Disciples team that we maybe all agree that they're not quite all the way there in this game. What's worrying is Pirates still struggles with its build-up when Nda doesn't have the ball. So if they're not giving it to Nda, they're not... Oh, Nazo. Aye, boy. Study pass, guys. Disciples, you get all the way there. There's all these runs happening, and you still don't play the ball. Why did you want to... Anyway, what I'm seeing with the Pirates is that they still struggle to build up from the back. If you saw, Taine has the ball. One defender's hiding that side. The other defender's hiding that side. Umbata is standing behind the player, and Uraideng had to come back. Umfukeng had to come back and get the ball. Had to come back and fetch the ball. So, if you're playing against a better, more organized team, how are you going to play out? And can Pirates go into another season where they're relying on Da to get the ball and play the ball wide, a high ball wide to the side? Look, now China, he gets the ball. There's no one around who's saying, okay, we want the ball, give me the ball. Where are the midfielders in this space? And fine, you can maybe get away with it when you're playing versus Disciples. Look, China gets the ball. Look, where's the other pass going to go? Where's the other pass going to go? And then, watch. Plays it out wide. They're going to look for a long ball. If not, back to Nda. Boom. So now, if I'm a good team, I just sit back and wait for that long ball. Literally. I just sit back, wait for that ball to be played over, and I can trust my defense to maybe win it. Right? So then now, how does Pirates start playing and making use and saying that, okay, we've got Usaleng, we've got Mfukeng, Utitu Kona, Udlaminu Kona, Utalente Bato Kona. One of you guys has to drop back and take responsibility. The reason why I loved Undondlo so much in the Pirates team was that in those situations, he would be the pickup. Ndondlo and China's relationship was integral to how Pirates built up their game early last season. China had somebody to give the ball who you could trust. You couldn't trust Uspisi. You couldn't trust Uraireng, right? Then, if you remember, we had a conversation about how it seems like there's two Pirates teams, where when Da comes into the pitch, he becomes the main playmaker, but the balls become longer. And when they become longer, it takes away Mfukeng more than anybody else. Saleng, by the time the ball is played up, the defense has recovered, so Saleng gets taken out because there's no space for him to run in behind. And then the center of the midfield, Tito has to become a 6. So that's something that I think Pirates needs to fix. I don't think it's going to hurt them as much in games like these, but once you start playing the most serious games, the most serious teams, once you start playing in the league where you'll find a super sport that the game that they played, they played versus Supersport last time out, where if a game goes 0-0 at a certain point or 1-1, and it's coming close to the 90, they just put on an extra defender, lock the door, and they take their point. So it's going to be very interesting, but it's something that I've seen that somebody needs to take responsibility there. But anyway, guys, it's 56 minutes in. It's 3-0. The lines are open. Bottom of your screen on TikTok, there's a button that says multi-guest. Click on that button. I can let you in and we can have a conversation about what we're seeing from this game. Like, as good as Pirates was in the first half, or at moments in the first half, this Disciples team has been playing with the ball right now. They've put their defense under a little bit of pressure there. Final pass, Crazy T. Final pass. Is what's lacking here from Disciples. So I'm hoping to see Paris turn it up a notch, man. Oh, the Orlando, Umnand, it's Friday night. Can't they give us a 7, you know? Can't they give us a 7? Look at the midfielders. Then Saleng usually loses the ball from that area when he has to drop back. Someone come and get the ball. Thank you, really. Oh, yes. Oh, finally, some good play. Counter. Oh, he was waiting for the ball, man. Oh, play it, shot. Oh, unlucky keeper. Offside. Oh, Babasa, offside. No, don't get so frustrated, dog. You're 3-0 up. Relax, Mabasa, relax. We played the same way in Wallop team, 7-0, 4-0, and 3-0. Well, Temingosi, look at the situations you are Walloping teams in. Take, for example, the Golden Arrows game. Golden Arrows, if I remember correctly, played a high line and committed both fullbacks into attack, which meant that Mfukeng and Saleng, it was Mfukeng, I forgot who was playing on the right. They were able to counter, and the fast transition meant that the centre back, Golden Arrows didn't know where to go. Do I go out wide to Mfukeng? Do I stay this side? Because my right back is gone. And the other thing that hurt Arrows was something that had been hurting Steve Compella the whole season long. When they try play out from the back, they kind of leave the 3 players on an island. So if you are able to win the ball back up high, and you also have players that can take advantage of the breakdown, like Mfukeng can, like Mabasa can, like Saleng can, you're bound to catch 7. He also didn't change tactically, Steve, during that game. You look at the game versus Kukune. There was this Kukune game and the Royal AM game. I can't remember which one. I think there was the left back red card. And that team was defending with 3. And we were complaining. I think the Royal AM were complaining that, Nabo, you're committing your fullbacks, allowing your sides to be infiltrated, creating that chance for a crossback, a cut back or cut across, which was where Pirates got 2 of their goals, if I'm not mistaken. So I think there's precedence, but the scary thing is you're not going to play Golden Arrows every day. And going into next season, there's going to be more important games that you're going to have to look at. So he's not going to be able to rest people to go play Champions League when they have to go play the 6 group stage games, let's say. But at the same time, you guys want the league. So you can't rest people for league games. You have to go out and win those games. Then you still have the trophies that you have to play. So if you can't trust Abo Ndlondlo and those type of players to stand up in those times, or your system is so inflexible that it's a flip of a coin every game. Guti, if the defense is bad, you're going to score 7. If the defense is good or the game is boring, you can't score. There's a reason why there's 23 points between Pirates and Sundowns in the league. It's because it's great to celebrate 7-0. But you know what Sundowns does very well, better than a lot of other people? 1-0. Ugly 1-0. The ugliest 1-0s that you'll ever see. 5, 6, 7 of them in a row. Ugly. They're not playing chameleon. They're not doing 1,000 passes. They're relying on a defender making a mistake. They're relying on all those things. That's the thing that Pirates needs to catch up on. Because you're not going to be able to go 4-0 for 30 games. Every day 4-0. There's going to be some ugly games that you need to win. And Pirates needs to learn how to win those games. But also, they need to not play down when they play in those games. Pirates' problem is not playing versus Sundowns a lot. Pirates' problem is not playing against, I don't know, Stellenbosch or Cape Town City. Pirates' problem is it's a Tuesday game, random Tuesday in February versus Cape Town Spurs or Richards Bay or Royal AM, where you have to go and get the result in order to get the points to go and challenge up top. Those are the games where Pirates loses it. I'll say it once, and I've said it once, and I'll say it 100 times. Pirates is the most dangerous team in the league. The most dangerous. A 1-0 can become a 4-5-0 very quickly with the Pirates. Problem is they're not consistent. That's all. But anyway, 62 minutes in. Still 3-0 to Pirates versus the Disciples team. It seems Rile has been tasked with coming back and becoming the person who fetches the ball, who plays the ball basically, to allow Hoto to overlap on the outside. Very interesting, but I'd still want to see more from Udlamini. I still want to see more from Utalentembata in terms of collecting the ball. Someone needs to go and collect that ball. And they're just lucky that this Disciples team, oh well, not lucky, they're the better team. So in this case, this Disciples team is not necessarily going to put you under the same pressure on transition. So it doesn't hurt you as much as it can. The Pirates defense is shaky, man. The Pirates defense is shaky. Guys, feel free to request. I'd let somebody in. DJ Kami, I'd let you in. What happened? Let me check what's happening on YouTube and see if we don't have some comments on that side. Interesting comments. Open View, SABC Sports. Oh, Open View. We have an Open View. Watch out, Temba Khatebe here on YouTube. Up the Parks. We need that confidence. Yeah, this is a confidence game. You need the confidence. Or not need it, but, you know, I think a 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 can do wonders for this Paris team, you know, in terms of what they can give us. Guys, if you want to watch the game, sabcsports.com, SABC Plus app, SABC Sport Facebook page. I'm watching it on the Facebook page right now. Kuligani says, is my, Doodle Gager, Heban. Oh, Edson Cavani, welcome, welcome, welcome. Zulomnyama says Pirates is cooking. We need these stepping stone teams so we can find our feet. The defense though, and Zulomnyama, I think that's the thing. One of the questions I have about Jose Rivero is that he's the cup king. You can't take that away from him. Mara, defensively at times Pirates looks like you can take advantage of them. I think attacking wise, it gets stale sometimes, Mara. You can trust them to attack, you know. I guess this is a very nice preseason for you guys. Here comes Tim. Tim is coming on for Umbata. Tim is coming on for Umbata. Let's see who else is coming off. I'm a Chiefs fan, however, I'm impressed by Pirates' style of play. No, Busiso, when Pirates is on, when Pirates is on, you'll feel pressure that you've never felt in your life. You'll feel pressure like nothing before. When Pirates turns it on to come back from behind versus the Kaizer Chiefs in that derby, the type of football that was being played there was incredible. So incredible. Mara, it's either Beko consistent, a couple of injuries can knock Pirates off completely. They still have the mental thing where they don't show up for some games. They don't show up for periods of matches, you know. It's those type of things. Maramudise. It's on SABC Sport. That's all I'm going to say now. How they don't pay me to do this. SABC Sport. You can watch the game there. So if you can watch me here, you can probably watch the game on Facebook, on sabcsport.com. And if you have the SABC Plus app, you can also watch it there. But there is a delay from sabcsport.com. There's a delay also on SABC Plus. So I would advise you to watch it on the Facebook page. Like, this game has become dull. It's become dull. It looks like Paris is going to consolidate with Tim. Maybe see out the game. I would have loved this game to be more exciting, especially after the 3-0. Watching that. Look, someone come and collect. Someone come and collect. Long ball, lost. Long ball lost. That midfield doesn't work. When in possession, they don't come back for the ball. You can read them. That is usually the guy who plays the ball most, and he usually plays on the right-hand side. I don't know if it's because he's playing with a... Well, who does he usually play with? Is it Lemang? Who's the other defender? Not Specie. But when they pair him with that, he's usually on the right-hand side. Catches the ball, holds it. Watch. Goes back to the other defender. There's no one to collect. Here we go again. Shane is looking for someone. If you cut off the passing lines, ball goes back. Da turns around, plays the long ball. Nazo. Build up, Crazy G. Keep build up. Keep build up. That's all. Chiefs could have even lost this game. I'm not gonna lie. Buddha, not gonna lie. Chiefs, Disciples would be looking like stars right now. Did you see how much like stars Milford looked at some point versus us, Mara? Let me not do that to my fellow Kaizer Chiefs fans. You can't bait me, Spusiso. Here comes Disciples again. Oh, final ball. Oh, Mara. It's like they're scared. The moment they get into Pirates' final third, they just switch off. Now counter. What was that? Play Rilla in. Why did he try to play that ball? Oh, Machupa. Kana Machupa's on now. And now Machupa, for some reason, Paris plays him like a false 9. I don't understand why Paris plays him like a false 9. Khoza, you can watch the game, guys. If you can watch me on TikTok, you can watch the game. SABC Sports, guys. I can't show the game here because I get banned. You guys have seen. I can't even play my intro for my show. They say it's pre-recorded. If I hold my pen for too long like this, they say I'm holding a cigarette. So I can't, unfortunately, guys. Mara Disciples. They're tired now. They're tired. They're tired. And if you are tired, King, disciples.
Bring the bus. Bring the double bus.
You're just trying to park the bus.
Go there and park the bus. Park the bus. Park the bus.
Park the bus.
We can't expect anything from you. So just park the bus and enjoy your holiday. Go Soweto. You got to see Orlando Stadium. You know, you got to have a nice time. Let your kids come off the bench, have some game time, Manao. Nabo. Why are you pushing so hard? Just leave it now. "71 minutes in, it is 3-0. Just add 45 to whatever my timer says, and you'll have the time. Pirates should make a statement today, and the midfield must build up. I guess they're treating it like preseason. I don't blame them for treating this game like preseason. Keeper, where are you going? Keeper, where are you going? Yes, SABC Sport. Not on SABC. It's on SABC Sport. Plus.com and the Facebook page. Yo, are Paris fans throwing things at the linesman? Guys. In a dead rubber game, he's onside though. He's onside though. That was onside. They've robbed them maybe 2 goals now, but that was onside. Oh, can't rap, can't play. Tena. Okay, 3 goals. 3 goals. Okay, 3 goals. We'll go with 3 goals. So when Paris gets past this one, the next preliminary round opponent is either going to be African Stars or Jordaan Galaxy. So we might see a replay of the Jordaan Galaxy tie. Remember, there's 2 preliminary rounds. This is the first one for the teams that, Paris came second, for example. Sundowns would only have to play 1. So I think they expanded it this year, if I'm not mistaken, to allow for more teams to maybe try qualify, even though the ending is going to be the same type of people. It's going to be the same type of teams. Like I said, I counted them. A majority of the teams are the teams that we already know, Ahly and those guys that are going to make it through. These smaller teams, Shem, it's nice to get a run. Happy it's nice that this time it's subsidized. Final ball. He was waiting for that ball. There we go. Ref, you don't believe in playing on. Okay. Who scored? The goals were scored by Tito. Incredible. Oh, what a goal that Tito scored. Curled it into the bottom right-hand corner of the Madagascan keeper's goal. So if you're the keeper, he put it into the side netting, basically. Incredible curl shot from the top of the box. Then there was a goal an incredible on goal was the first goal. And then Mabasa got the other one. Hey, that first goal was the striker's finish. Here we go, disciples. Consolation goal, Nyana. Shy free kick, boy. You haven't been good at a lot of things in this game. Maybe the free kicks are the things we're waiting for. Guys. Guys, please help there in the comments. I can't say SABC again. It feels weird, man. I feel like I'm advertising their brand. Okay. Oh, sorry, Mfukeng. Hey, what did I say about Mfukeng scored the second goal? Yes. Watch. Goal kick at Pirates. Oh, please watch this goal kick at Pirates. Okay, they're closing up shop, Shem. They're closing up shop. Dlamini is coming off for Ubabu Kimbiudi, and then Hoto's coming off for Maela. Okay, no, they're going to go into a traditional defense now. No more pushing up. Dlamini is one of the unsung heroes at Pirates. He does a lot of work in the midfield. He's a lot like Munare in the way that he plays. Munare liked to back up Saleng. So they'd play the ball up in the middle, but then he'd be an 8. They would be running in the right-hand side direction to go to Saleng's side. So if Saleng drops back inside, he would take up that space. So it seems Dlamini does a similar thing, a very similar thing, especially because Pirates has partners for me. So one of the partners for Pirates, on the right-hand side, the partners would be Saleng and a Munare or a Dlamini. And then on the left-hand side would be usually Mfukeng with Utito and then Hoto backing up to make the overlapping run. So I think Dlamini does a lot of the running to open up for Saleng, to give Saleng space. Which is why it was so weird to watch Saleng. Oh, this defense, Pirates. If Pirates were playing a better team, if Pirates were playing, don't shoot here. Who's number 4? Why didn't you put the ball down? Like, final pass. How can you analyze all the games? Oh, Mara, guys, we're watching football. Oh, we're analyzing something that we're not seeing. Crazy Chief, final pass. Crazy Chief. Our disciples could have done a lot better in this game. How? If they had a better final pass. If they had a better final pass. That number 10, I told you guys half time, and I told you guys during the first half, that number 10, he wears number 4. There's one who wears number 4, and there's one who wears, I'm not sure about the other number. But the guys who play in that role, they're afraid to play that ball. Crazy Chi, I keep telling you. Okay, here we go. Watch. Somebody needs to come back. Somebody needs to come back. That Danky team. Danko, yes, midfield, find it. Danky team. Did you see how simple the build-up is when you have one of your midfielders that just takes some responsibility to drop back and play the... That was beautiful. That was beautiful, and we had not seen this. The other players had been running away. Yes, Tim is building up. Tim is actually, yes, that's the role that we thought Tim... They said Pirates was not serious about CAF. What do you call this? Guys, it's still the second preliminary, guys. You still have another preliminary game to play before you get into the group stages. Crazy T, do you think Makaula could play that role? Maybe. Do you think it's there's a world where Makaula can... I guess I want to see Makaula and Tim in the midfield. Marambata needs to learn. Mbata needs to learn. If Mbata can pick up that position, Monday, it's on SABC Sports. Guys, get used to it. Listen, guys, SABC currently holds all the rights for CAF and everything to do with CAF. Champions League, Women's Champions League, WAFCON, AFCON, they hold all the rights to CHAN, all of these competitions, Confederations Cup. So what's going to happen is that you're going to watch a lot of games via SABC Sports. SABCsports.com, Jacob, SABC Sports Facebook page, there's an app, SABC Plus. That's where you can find them. So a lot of these games are going to be played like this. This is what we're going to have to be looking out for. So Supersport is not going to buy a lot of these rights. They're currently in a fight. Well, they fight with CAF over the rights. Supersport currently gets its rights from beIN. The guys who own Canal Plus, the guys who own 45 to 50% of MultiChoice. They're the European holders. But anyway. Sean, the only problem, Sean, is that SABC Plus tends to be behind a little bit, as well as SABCsports.com. I watch on the Facebook page. The Facebook page is usually the closest thing to live that you'll get without problems. Unanto also says this Pirates is good. They're on YouTube. How are you doing, Mac? How are you doing, Mac? Oh, Crazy T. Yeah, Ndondlo was the one. If you remember, when Pirates was playing well beginning of the season, Ndondlo was the one who was picking up the ball. It would even get to a point where I was talking about having Ndondlo and Tim on Ndondlo and Makaula so that he has defensive cover, because Pirates was being caught out by having, was it Munyane at the time? Munyane push up, Otto gone, a defensive two of CBC and Koki, and then they'd have Ndondlo. So what teams were doing was that when China plays the ball to Ndondlo, because Munara is gone, Ndondlo's alone, they'd win the ball back quickly, and then it would become a 2v2 or sometimes a 3v1 if you have a proper attacking team like a Stellenbosch. Remember when Stellenbosch beat Pirates, they beat them because they won the ball up high, and then Reyners and Van Veek broke through. Final ball! Reyners and Van Veek broke through, and CBC and Koki were just a little bit too slow to deal with that. So Ndondlo was the one who was driving the Pirates at the time, but then he fell off. Honestly speaking, he fell off, and he hasn't been the same player. It's more mental for me. It seems like he doesn't have that drive anymore, man. Like that. Even remember when that eye thing happened and he asked Jose to take him off, it felt like, man, Ndondlo doesn't that want to play the game, and I think he could be a very important player. But if Talent Mbata can learn a little bit of what Tim does, or if you pair Tim with Talent Mbata, it might stop Saleng from being able to play and maybe kill that right-hand side, but you'd have a lot more stability in the middle to be able to play the ball out. Sean says, Akira Supersport are so European, they got EPL rights, Euro rights, La Liga and Serie A. Well, Sean, to Supersport's credit, what happened is that CAF last year decided that free-to-air, they need to get rights to free-to-air. So SABC, the SABCs of the world, the broadcasters, the national broadcasters of each country. So they made it easier for an SABC to get the rights. I believe it's either free or it's very low what they pay. Then what they did was they brought in a new company. There's an African company from Togo, if I'm not mistaken. New company, never did this before. They gave them the rights, the African rights as a whole. So that means that Supersport would have to pay more in order to acquire those rights from the African supplier. So there's the middleman. So instead of Supersport buying it straight from CAF and them being the guys that put it out, they would need to go buy from someone else who would make it a lot more expensive, one. But then on the other hand, SABC is getting it for cheaper. So Supersport was like, no, but why would we spend so much money? You know? So then Supersport basically went, we're going to go to the European rights holders who happen to be the guys who own a lot of multi-choice. So Canal Plus currently is trying to buy multi-choice full out, but they own 45. So they went to their owners and went, guys, can we get those rights via the European channel through that owner of ours? And that's how they actually got the rights for AFCON. But yeah, sorry, I just wanted to give a bit of background on that one. Crazy T says Sombata should be involved in build-up, and Tim can do good in terms of build-up. It's a give and take. I think the only problem with the way that Pirates build up now is that Utito goes missing for a lot of the time because the ball doesn't get to him. Pirates loses a lot of balls wide. Nda gets the ball, and he used to try to play to Lodge. He tries to play to Umfuke. That's where he looks for it. So that means that the guys who are playing centrally, it's either as Utito number 10, you have to drop all the way back to try pick up the ball at 6, or you have to wait that maybe Umfukeng can win the ball, a high ball, and play it to him. Mara, if he doesn't have that, Tito goes missing. So now you've lost Tito. The only problem of having, the only problem with having Bata and let's say a Tim together is that Pirates plays with an 8 that becomes an additional winger. The Munare role I was talking about, the Dlamini role. Dlamini pushes all the way up. He's almost always not in midfield. So that creates overloads on the side. Because Pirates doesn't trust their right-hand side that much, the overload is created from Munare going wide and adding with Saleh. Now you've got 2 people facing the left back. Tamo, you usually have 3 people, Hoto, Mfukeng, and sometimes Tito coming in. If you take away the Munare role or the Dlamini role, that means that you don't have an extra player in attack. So there's no one who can make space for Saleh or to keep the defenders busy so that Saleh can get runs in behind, right? Or to allow him to get the ball and play it in. So there's a lot of different things here at play. For me, I just think at best, you just need somebody who's willing to come and fetch the ball. Just one player, similar to what Tim did there. He got the ball, it draws the other midfielder, they played it out wide, then played it through so that, was it Tito could get the ball, or whoever was playing in that channel could get the ball, turn around and play. But yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, Pirates, 87th minute, they're leading 3-0. There isn't really much in this game, guys. There's nothing in this game that we can actually talk about. Let me see. Umafuta's here. Guys, remember that you have to be following me when you request. So the following is for followers only. If you're not following me at the time, it might not work. So Mafuta, I'm not sure. I see that it's trying to load you in. Mara, it's not letting you in, but feel free to request, guys, for the last few minutes. Then when I'm done, when the match is done, I have to run. So I'm not going to be here that long. Crazy T says, okay, I understand the Manara role will be lacking. Mnaka, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good on you.
Are you enjoying the warm-up match?
Yeah, eh? Good.
What do you support, Mnaka, firstly, before I get into anything else?
You know, I'm a Pakania.
You're a Pagapaga. What do you say about your team? How have you seen this game?
Well, we'll see, eh? The boys are still kicking the way before they left us. Yeah.
How do you feel about your play in general as the Pirates?
No, they're playing very well, eh? They're still on a higher position. I think we'll see more interesting inside the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the next game? MTN8, are you worried about the next MTN8 game?
MTN Kiaro now, you know.
Mara why is it tlohele hore bana ba bang ba kry MTN8 nyana le bona ba itshwara?
I get ba bang ba tshwara di million, di billion, rena re tshwara di million.
Okay, so tell me, Mnaga, let's say Lekena CAF Champions League group stages, Lekena, what are you expecting from Pirates, and then what's your expectation for the whole season? Or leta wina ing, letwara ing, letwara ing, leaky, all of those things. How do you feel?
Yeah, we expecting a lot to them. Like we need a second star actually. Yeah, we get a Tommy Lester more high. Yeah, we have to recreate Sabubili, and then Rubawan Sagre get a team more high.
Jwale halinka star. League you etsahalang ka hobane o tlo ba boima to do both.
The boys, they are looking strong. The coach is, I think, is rebuilding. We'll see how he rebuild, but it's look like the coach is going on point. It's on point actually. Yeah.
Hey, la Morata Rivero. Hey, la Morata. Hey.
Rena re tseya dilo tsa go ntle, a re tseya the local.
Okay, so then before I let Mthandeni come in, o reng ka rona ge ko Chiefs re latile overseas le rona. E tlo etsa Chiefs this year.
Hey, re tsebe bana ba rona ba tla gona na. Because of go gare go sana le bothata ka hare. Maplay gare le bona sana le bothata.
Okay, no, Mnaka. Thank you. Let me let in Mthandeni. Welcome to the show. Mthandeni. Evan. Okay, it's fine. Guys, we're in the last minutes of the game. It is 3-0. Oh, there we go. How are you, my brother?
Hey, bro, long time. Vedi.
Usifihle kuphi?
Not much of the country, bro. Much of the country. Everything is just happening so fast, man.
Yeah. When ufuna ukungibona ngikhala, that's why you come here. Mangakhala ufuna ukungibona, but it's fine. Mthandeni, what do you think of the game?
Yeah, bro. I think Jose finally he managed to get one or two things right.
Oh, what a goal! Hey, sorry,
the depth.
Oh, what a goal! Kim Viudi. Hey.
This line is bad, man.
No, sorry. I jumped in there. Just to let everybody know that Kim Viudi scored them. Kya. I think we have a thing. Let try come back on. I think I'm gonna end it with you. So try jump back on and then we can speak. Oh, Kim Viudi, what a finish! And he hit it so lazy, like he hit it so Kim Viudi, man. Into the top corner just like that. Yeah, he can be a player. I just don't think they don't know how to play him yet. Kim Viudi. But there we go, 4-0.
I just got a notification. It's a goal.
4-0. The game should be ending now. It's been not the most classic Pirates performance, but they were helped by Disciples being a weakish team in terms of overall play. They've been lacking that final ball, but Pirates has now won the game. Mapagania.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
Pirates have to win more. That's all they need to do, eh?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Okay, so Pirates wins their first prelim tie. They still have a second one to go and play. So we'll see how they go. Expected win. It was a good win for them. 4-0 after 0-0 from the first leg. So let's see what Pirates can do later on in the season. I think this season they have to make it into the group stages. And there's a lot of expectations that are being put on Jose and this team. So well done to Pirates, guys. I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not followed, please follow. I have a normal show, Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. we speak about all things football. And then if there's any of the big three playing, Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, we watch them. There's watchalongs. I will be live for the games that are happening next week, where we can speak and we can review and we can speak about other topics with football. I also make content I try to drop content every day on YouTube and on TikTok and on Facebook. So please, if you could do me the favor of following me on all of those pages, watch the videos. My current video right now that I have out is, I believe that there's a war between an old Sundowns philosophy and a new Sundowns philosophy, and I explain it all and how that's going to be a very interesting season. Also a video about how much it actually costs to run a PSL team. Thank you so much to those that commented. Thank you to those that jumped onto the panel. Pirates 4-0. I'll see you guys. Bye, everyone. Oh, there's a WhatsApp group. Hey, sorry. If you want to join, if you want to be part of the WhatsApp group, there's a WhatsApp group, Overthinking Football, where we speak about all things football all day, literally. We banter, we go back and forth. It's an incredible place. If you want to be part of it and you're on YouTube, click on join and you'll gain access to the WhatsApp group. On TikTok, there's the link in my profile. Click on it. There's the link for channel membership. Click on that and you'll gain access and we'll be able to speak all the time. So guys, thank you so much. I'll see you.